thank you, Akshaya, for that beautiful presentation. It is my proud privilege to invite now our respected Sister Principal, Dr. Sister A. Vijayarani, to deliver the welcome address. One of the illustrious alumni of St. Anne's College for Women, a dedicated academic with a doctorate in chemistry, Dr. Sister A. Vijayarani is a visionary leader and an inspiring mentor whose constant guidance continues to shape the future of this institution.
A very good morning. On behalf of St. Anne's College for Women, it gives me great pleasure to warmly welcome you all to the Collegiate Youth organized by the Department of Public Administration and St. Anne's Governance and Association, Saga Club. It is a matter of great pride and privilege to warmly welcome a dynamic leader, visionary policy maker, an inspiring voice for the youth of India, Sri K.T. Rama Rao, Working President of Bharat Rashtra Samiti, former Minister for IT Industries, Communications of Telangana, and the dedicated MLA from Sirisella. On behalf of the management, faculty and students, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to you, sir. Your presence among us today will undoubtedly motivate our students to think boldly, speak responsibly, and lead with confidence. I extend warm welcome to all the members present here, and I also welcome all the media personnel. Thank you for your presence. Today, as we stand tall on the strong foundation of 43 years of transformative education and purposeful growth, I am delighted to share some of the remarkable achievements and honors that have shaped the journey of St. Anne's College for Women and distinguished our institution over the years. Guided by our commitment to academic excellence, value-based education and holistic development, we continue to nurture young women to become confident leaders and responsible citizens. We firmly believe that empowered women build empowered nations, and it is truly encouraging to have visionary leaders like K.T. Rama Rao Garu, who consistently support initiatives that promote youth leadership, innovation, and women's empowerment. Our college proudly offers a diverse academic portfolio of 40 undergraduate programs spanning commerce, management, sciences, and social sciences. In addition, we offer 5 postgraduate programs in management, computer applications, chemistry, clinical nutrition and public health, artificial intelligence and machine learning, along with 3 specialized PG diploma programs in nutrition dietetics, bioinformatics and counseling psychology, catering to the evolving demands of higher education and industry. The total student strength of the institution is 3,700 plus students with 150 dedicated faculty. We were privileged to hold the NACP team visit in 2024, and our institution was honored with the prestigious A grade, securing an impressive CGP of 324 out of 4 in the 4th accreditation of Sri Naveen Mitchell, Commissioner for Recognition. Besides being featured among the top colleges in arts, science and commerce by India Today and the Week magazine, we were also ranked among the top 10 private autonomous colleges in the country at the India Higher Education Ranking Awards by Education World. Further reinforcing our academic stature, the college has secured a position in the 200 to 300 band of the prestigious NRF rankings, reflecting our strong academic framework, robust infrastructure, and holistic educational environment. Our college has created a remarkable milestone in higher education in Telangana by securing 15 Telangana State Meritorious Teacher Awards for its distinguished faculty. I am delighted to share that our college has demonstrated sporting excellence by winning the Usmania University Overall Championship in Sports for the 15th consecutive year, an extraordinary achievement that speaks volumes about our legacy of discipline, teamwork and perseverance. Our students continue to scale new heights in placements with the highest salary package reaching an impressive 13 lakh 25 lakhs per annum this year, highlighting the strong industry trust and employability of our graduates. In our pursuit of innovation and entrepreneurship, we have launched the Sentence Incubation Foundation, a visionary initiative designed to nurture startups and entrepreneurial talent. This esteemed foundation was inaugurated by Sri N. Uttam Kumar Reddy Garu, Honorable Minister for Irrigation and Command Area Development and Food and Civil Supplies, Government of Telangana. Our global outlook is reflected in our vibrant student exchange programs, through which our students have had the opportunity to visit and engage with renowned international institutions such as Kansas University, USA, University of Alabama, USA, and Sinclair Community College, USA, among others, broadening their academic horizons and global perspectives. Our college has significantly strengthened its global academic footprint through purposeful international collaborations and innovative digital engagement. Partnerships with prestigious bodies such as ACCA, ICDS, UK, Royal Society of Chemistry, London, Al-Azhar University, Islamic Republic of Iran, and Berzea University, Malaysia, have enriched curriculum standards, professional exposure, and research orientation. Further, under the institution's pioneering, have expanded cross-border classrooms and intercultural learning by signing recent MOU with the Dallas Baptist University, USA, and Nara, Japan Hub, among others. Under the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan initiative, our institution has adapted 5 villages in Kottur Mandal, Gudur, Narsapaguda, Ragadi Madipalli, Mallapur, and Mekagoda. Through this initiative, the college engages students and faculty in community development activities and address local socio-economic challenges. The program focuses on promoting sustainable development, awareness, and knowledge exchange between the institution and rural communities. We have provided financial support towards equipping the schools with necessary infrastructure like chairs, public address system to a possible extent. We also sponsor the street lamps to illuminate village where they need it. In the presence of visionary leader like K.T. Rama Rao Garu, this youth parliament becomes more than an academic exercise. It becomes a platform where young voices learn the true spirit of democracy. At our institution, Youth Parliament empowers our students to think like policymakers, speak with conviction, and debate with responsibility. It trains young women to engage with national issues, develop leadership qualities, and understand that democracy thrives when youth participate actively. Through this initiative, our students learn that leadership is not only about holding positions, but about raising informed voices, shaping ideas, and contributing to the nation's progress. Programs like Youth Parliament ignite the confidence in our young women to step forward as future parliamentarians, administrators, innovators, and change makers of India. With great pride and heartfelt gratitude, we once again extend a warm welcome to our esteemed chief guest K.T. Rama Rao Garu and all the distinguished dignitaries present here today. I wish this intercollegiate youth platform a meaningful and successful session. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sister, for your inspiring address. I request Sister Principal to kindly stay back on the dais to honor our guest. I now request the Honorable Chief Guest for the day, Shri K.T. Rama Rao Sir, former IT Minister Telangana, working President of the Bharat Rashtra Samiti and Member Legislative Assembly from Sircilla constituency in Telangana, to kindly ascend the dais. I request Sister Principal to kindly greet the Chief Guest with royal greetings. Moving on to today's event, the enactment of Youth Parliament. I request Dr. Lavnyanjali, Head Department of Public Administration, to kindly introduce the events.
Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Rama Rao, respected Sister Principal, Judges, Deans, Heads of Department, faculty members, distinguished participants, and my fellow young parliamentarians. A bright and cheerful good morning to everyone who present here. I am Dr. Lavnyanjali Mukela, Head Department of Public Administration, St. Anne's College for Women. It's both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today in this inter-college youth parliament competition, a platform that celebrates the spirit of democracy, dialogue and responsible leadership among the youth of our nation. Youth Parliament is not merely a simulation of legislative proceedings, it's a reflection of the democratic values that shape our society. It gives young minds the opportunity to voice ideas, debate policies, and understand responsibilities that come with governance. In a democracy like India, where diversity of thought is our greatest strength, constructive debate and informed discussion are essential. Through this forum, we as students learn to respect differing viewpoints, think critically, and work collectively towards solutions that benefit society. Today, as we deliberate on important issues, let us remember that the purpose of debate is not just to win arguments, but to seek truth, promote understanding, and strengthen democratic ideals. In the words of Nelson Mandela, the youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow. Through this youth parliament, we witness young minds stepping forward to engage in meaningful dialogue and democratic debate. We are deeply grateful to our esteemed Chief Guest for accepting our invitation despite the short notice and for sparing his valuable time to join us today. Your presence means a great deal to all of us, sir. A heartfelt thanks to our Sister Principal for granting us this opportunity and inspiring us to grow. We sincerely thank you, ma'am, for granting permission and conduct this session and your constant support. Thank you, sister. With this spirit, I look forward to a thoughtful and engaging session ahead. Thank you.
The session will begin with round 1. The students have already been apprised of the rules of the session. We shall now begin with the mock youth parliament.
Honorable members, a very good morning to all of you. I'm grateful and truly honored to welcome you all to today's Youth Parliament session, and I hope this session will be fruitful. Before we proceed with today's agenda, it is my privilege to introduce the newly elected member of this House. This representative representative has joined us with commitment to serve, deliberate and contribute to meaningful discussions on issues that shape our society and future. Sri Arjun Ram Meghal, Law and Justice Minister, Rajasthan. Let us now proceed with the first business of the House, oath or affirmation. Secretary General, please.
Honorable Speaker and esteemed members of the National Youth Parliament, Sri Arjun Ram Meghal have been elected for the lower house of the Parliament. Sri Arjun Ram Meghal, having been elected as a member of the lower house of the Youth Parliament of Bikaner constituency of Rajasthan, will now take the oath or affirmation. So, would you like to take oath or affirmation?
Oath.
In which language would you like to take
English.
the oath? I am Arjun Ram Meghal.
I am Arjun Ram Meghal.
Have been elected as a member of the lower house
Have been elected as a member of the lower house
of the National Youth Parliament.
of the National Youth Parliament.
Do swear in the name of God
Do swear in the name of God
that I will bear faith
that I will pay true faith
and allegiance to the Constitution of India.
and allegiance to the Constitution of India.
As by law established,
As by law established,
I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
I'll uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India.
and I will faithfully discharge the duty
I will faithfully discharge the duty
which I am about to enter.
which I'm about to enter.
It is with profound sorrow and regret that I inform this House about the sad demise of Dr. Ricky Andrew J. Shankar, Honorable Member of Parliament from the Shillong constituency of Meghalaya. Dr. Shankar was a member of the Voice of the People Party and was elected to the 18th Lok Sabha in 2024 general elections, representing the people of Shillong with dedication and sincerity. An academic by profession, he served as an assistant professor at Northeastern Hill University before entering public life and worked to represent the aspirations of the people of Meghalaya. His entry into parliament marked the rise of a new voice from the Northeast, and he worked with sincerity to represent the aspirations and concerns of the people of Meghalaya. Dr. Shankar passed away on 19th Feb 2026 following a sudden cardiac arrest at the age of 54. His untimely demise has a great loss to the people of Meghalaya and to this House. Honorable Prime Minister, to convey his condolences, please.
Honorable Speaker, respected members of Parliament, today we gather with heavy hearts to mourn the loss of Ricky Andrew, a distinguished leader and servant of the nation. Let us honor his memory by carrying forward his ideals and commitment to the nation. May his soul rest in peace and may his family find strength in his hour of grief. Thank you.
Honorable Leader of Opposition, to convey her condolences, please.
We deeply mourn the loss of Dr. Manmohan Singh. Honorable members of the House, I request the House to rise while we observe a moment of silence in his memory. May his soul rest in peace.
We shall now proceed with the introductory speeches from the Honorable Ministers. I invite the Honorable Prime Minister to address the House.
Honorable Speaker, respected members of the Parliament, it is a privilege to address this House, which stands as guardian of our democracy and voice of our people. मित्रों, ये सांसद सिर्फ कानून बनाने की जगह नहीं है, ये भारत के सपनों को साकार करने का मंच है. We are entrusted with the hopes of millions, and it is our duty to rise above differences and work together for the progress of our nation. मैं मानता हूँ कि हमारी जिम्मेदारी चर्चा और फैसले भारत की नागरिक के हर जिंदगी को प्रभावित करते हैं। ऑपोजिशन कहता है अफोर्डेबिलिटी और एक्सेस मुश्किल है, हम कहते हैं मुश्किल को मौका बनाने का नाम है बीजेपी। टुगेदर लेट अस मूव फॉरवर्ड विथ यूनिटी, रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एंड कमिटमेंट, स्पिरिट ऑफ सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
Next, I invite the Honorable Minister of Home Affairs.
Honorable Speaker, I rise in this House with clarity and conviction. India's unity, security and sovereignty are not subjects for compromise. For decades, this country saw indecision on issues that demanded courage. But in 2019, under the decisive leadership of Narendra Modi, our government took a historic step, the abrogation of Article 370. Let me say it clearly in this House, एक देश, दो संविधान, दो प्रधान के साथ नहीं चल सकता. Article 370 had become a wall between Jammu Kashmir and the rest of India. We removed that wall. Today, development, democracy and investment are reaching the people of the region. And I want to say this to the opposition benches. जब देश को मजबूत फैसलों की जरूरत थी, तब आप लोगों ने सिर्फ राजनीति की, हमने राजनीति नहीं राष्ट्रनीति की है. और नेशनल सिक्योरिटी और पॉलिसीज क्रिस्टल क्लियर, zero tolerance towards terrorism. Let those who question our resolve hear this clearly. भारत झुकेगा नहीं, भारत रुकेगा नहीं और भारत आतंकवाद के सामने कभी झुकेगा नहीं. But whenever this government takes a bold decision, the opposition starts spreading fear. To them I want to say, आप लोगों को देश की सुरक्षा से ज्यादा अपनी वोट बैंक की चिंता है, लेकिन बीजेपी के लिए सबसे बड़ा वोट बैंक 140 करोड़ भारतीय हैं. जय हिंद.
Honorable Minister of Education, please.
Namaskar to the Honorable Speaker and respected members of this House. With great pride, I address this gathering. Today, I stand here not just as Finance Minister of leading party. I stand here as a representative of a nation that is determined to move forward with confidence. This budget is not just a mere statement. It is a roadway for India's growth and stability. I understand that the opposition may focus on finding challenges, but that is their role in the democracy. While we understand some may focus on finding challenges, this problem, I stress, our party is focused on finding solutions. For a long time, we have accepted a thinking of जैसे चलता है वैसे चलने दो. But today's India have moved beyond that thinking. आज का भारत सिर्फ चलता नहीं है, ये आगे बढ़ा है. धन्यवाद. जय हिंद.
Honorable Minister of External Affairs.
Honorable Madam Speaker and esteemed members of the House, I rise to address this House on matter concerning India's external relations in today's rapidly evolving global landscape. India's foreign policy continues to be guided by the principles of strategic autonomy, mutual respect and peaceful cooperation. भारत की विदेश नीति का एक ही सिद्धांत है, राष्ट्रीय हित सबसे पहले. India's foreign policy is not about taking sides. It is about standing firmly for India's national interest. भारत किसी के दबाव में चलने वाला देश नहीं है, हम अपने राष्ट्रीय हित के अनुसार निर्णय लेते हैं. धन्यवाद.
Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I rise to highlight the importance of empowering the youth of our nation. India is one of the youngest countries in the world, and our government believes that the energy of our youth must be channeled to nation's building. Through initiatives like Khelo India, India ensures that young athletes receive proper training and scholarship and opportunities to represent India at global platforms such as Olympic Games. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Minister of Women and Child Development.
Honorable Speaker, distinguished members and fellow citizens of tomorrow. Today I was asked by a little girl while entering the parliament that, "Ma'am, are we heard inside?" I looked at her and answered, "Yes, that is exactly why we are going in." That question stayed with me because it is the same question millions of children and women across this country ask every single day. Are we heard inside? And my answer from this very floor is yes, we will and we must. Our ministry exists on one belief: no child should grow up afraid, no woman should live diminished. Every girl deserves education, every mother deserves dignity, every child deserves safety and joy. As young leaders, we have the power to make that change. I commit to fighting for equal opportunities, child protection and women empowerment, not someday, but now. Thank you.
Honorable Minister of Road Transport and Highways.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to briefly introduce the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. This ministry is responsible for the planning and development of road transport and national highways across India through institutions such as National Highway Authority of India. The primary objective of this ministry is to accelerate economic growth, provide progress in the entire economy, and ultimately to improve the efficiency in the transportation. हमारी देश की सड़कें हमारी पहचान है, हमारी देश की सड़कें हमारी बुनियाद है। धन्यवाद।
Honorable Minister of Defence.
Honorable Speaker, I rise today to represent the voice that stands at the front line of India's security, who carries the responsibility of safeguarding the sovereignty, security and strength of our great nation. As is often said, भारत की सुरक्षा से बड़ा कोई दायित्व नहीं. With this commitment, I stand here representing the Honorable Defence Minister of India.
I now invite the Leader of the Opposition from the Indian National Congress to address the House.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Greetings to Honorable Speaker and respected members of the Parliament. Today, I take privilege to rise not only as the Leader of the Opposition, but also as the voice of the youth, and to perform the duty that is essential in every democracy, that is to ask questions that the government may not prefer to hear. The treasury benches often believe that a strong majority means the debate is already won. But let me say, the democracy does not run on numbers alone. It runs on transparency, accountability, and the courage to answer difficult questions. The government often says everything is being announced, but sometimes it feels like announcements are growing faster than the outcomes. Because in today's politics, it sometimes appears it is easier to make big announcements than to deliver big outcomes. So I ask the government, if everything is truly going so well, why are the questions from the people becoming louder every single day? Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Next, I invite the Leader of the Opposition from the Aam Aadmi Party.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, and esteemed members of the House, I stand here representing the Aam Aadmi Party, a movement built on one simple belief: politics must serve the common people of this country. Our party stands for clean governance, transparency, quality education, accessible healthcare, and accountability in public life. We believe that true strength of democracy lies not in the power of those who rule, but in the voice and dignity of the common citizens. With that commitment, I rise in this house today to represent the people and question the government. Thank you.
We now begin the question hour. Honorable Opposition Leader of the Congress, you may please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Greetings once again to the members of the House. Today, we are discussing the present trade agreement between India and United States.
partnership, but the opposition has a single question. Is this partnership truly equal, or is it a deal where India gives more and receives less? Because on the front end, Madam Speaker, everything looks so promising, but when you look at the back end, the reports suggest that the United States imposed tariffs of around 18% on several Indian exports such as textiles, chemicals, leather and machinery, while India agreed to reduce tariffs significantly on several US industrial and agricultural products. We have all the proofs to submit and we need answers for this. This government constantly speaks of Atmanirbhar Bharat, but when we open our markets widely to foreign imports, we must ask, is this Atmanirbhar Bharat or Import Nirbhar Bharat? Farmers are already facing rising costs, and now India has agreed to ease barriers for several US agricultural products such as soybean, lal jawar, cotton and also tree nuts. This is not a fair competition. This is an economic wrestling between a tractor and a tank. So the question is very simple. Are the Indian farmers safe? Are Indian industries stronger? Are Indian workers getting more opportunities? If the answer is unclear, the government must reconsider its approach. So, trade agreements should not make headlines abroad while creating anxiety at home. They should make India stronger, fairer and truly self-reliant. This government says everything is under control. The country is simply asking, under whose control?
Honorable Speaker, respected members of Parliament, sometimes I hear the opposition say that India has surrendered in trade agreements. मित्रों, अगर भारत सरेंडर करता तो आज दुनिया फोर्थ लार्जेस्ट इकोनॉमी नहीं होता और एक्सपोर्ट्स $824 बिलियन तक नहीं पहुंचते. Regarding export advantages, India has gained expanded access for pharmaceuticals worth $30 billion, IT services contributing over $150 billion workers, and textile employing 40 to 50 million workers. These sectors will benefit directly from American market openings. जो बाजार पहले बंद थे, अब भारत के लिए खुल रहे हैं. On the concern that Indian farmers may struggle against subsidized American products, safeguards are in place. India continues to provide MSP support and tariff protection, ensure that 150 million farmers are not left unprotected. And किसान की मेहनत पर कोई समझौता नहीं होगा. उनका हित सरकार की पहली जिम्मेदारी है. For MSMEs, which contribute nearly 30% of India's GDP and 48% of exports, the government has ensured phased import schedules, credit support, and digital infrastructure. 7.4 plus crore MSCs employing over 32 crore people. Finally, on Atmanirbhar Bharat, let me emphasize self-reliance that does not mean isolation. Imports of critical technology strengthen domestic innovation. We import to innovate and we innovate to export. आत्मनिर्भरता का मतलब है ग्लोबल भारत बाजार में भारत की शक्ति. धन्यवाद.
Honorable Suresh Reddy, you may please ask your question to the Honorable Home Minister.
Greetings to the House, Honorable Speaker and esteemed members of the Youth Parliament. PM Cares Fund was created during COVID crisis and crores of Indians donated their hard-earned money, believing it was purely for humanitarian aid. The Honorable Home Minister Amit Shah himself is a trustee of this fund, which makes him directly Why are the trustee of this fund and the member of the cabinet running away from answering basic questions about transparency? When crores of Indians has contributed their money in good faith, does the public not have a full right to know where every money has gone? Why has the government of India reluctant to place the detail of the country's fund and not answering the questions directly? Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, I thank the honorable member for the question. But the opposition speaking about transparency today is quite surprising. During the COVID-19 pandemic, when the entire world was struggling, our government focused on saving lives. This fund was created during one of the biggest global crises, when the country needed immediate resources to protect lives. Under the leadership of Narendra Modi, this fund was established to provide rapid assistance for healthcare infrastructure, emergency relief and vaccine support. Through PM Cares, the government funded oxygen generation plants across districts, ventilators for hospitals and support for vaccine development so that India could protect its citizens during a national emergency. But Honorable Speaker, I find it surprising that leaders who remained silent for years on corruption are suddenly worried about transparency. And since the question is coming from the branches that supported governments known for massive coal scam, Commonwealth, Desh ne sab dekha hai. And even in Telangana, projects like Kaleshwaram faced serious allegations on financial mismanagement. So before questioning the government that worked day and night during a national crisis, the opposition should first look at its own record. देश ने घोटालों की सरकार भी देखी है और देश सेवा की सरकार भी देख रही है। धन्यवाद।
Honorable Leader of Aam Aadmi Party, you may please ask your question to the Honorable Finance Minister.
Honorable Speaker, Madam and esteemed members of the House, to you I would like to ask Honorable Minister of Finance regarding the taxation system in our country. From the moment a child is born until the moment a citizen dies, the government seems present at almost every step of life, not always to help but to pay tax. Education is taxed, fuel is taxed, homes are taxed, even medicines are taxed. टैक्स देने में तो सरकार कभी देर नहीं करती, लेकिन संविधान देने में अक्सर देर जाती है। Honorable Speaker, Madam, today India's gross tax revenue is estimated at more than ₹44 lakh crore. Direct tax alone contributes nearly ₹27 lakh crore, while GST collections have crossed ₹22 lakh crore in a single year. Taxes today contribute nearly 11 to 12% of our national GDP. जनता टैक्स देती है विकास के लिए, जनता टैक्स देती है विकास के लिए, सिर्फ ट्रेजरी भराकर रखने के लिए नहीं। Honorable Speaker, Madam, citizens are fulfilling their duties by paying taxes honestly. The real question is, I request Honorable Finance Minister to clarify this question. Is the government fulfilling its duty in using that money wisely? And are the taxpayers of this country receiving the same value in return for the tax they pay? Therefore, Honorable Speaker, Madam, I would like to conclude with this. A nation does not become great by collecting more taxes. A nation becomes truly great when taxes create real opportunities and dignity for its people.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I would like to state that the opposition is trying to portray taxation as a burden on citizens. But let me clear, taxation in democracy is not a burden on citizens. It is the very foundation of nation building. Before saying such thing, I ask the honorable member, have you noticed जो रास्ते से आज आप आए हैं, वो रास्ता कैसे बना है? वो आपके, हमारे और जनता के दिए हुए टैक्स से ही बना है. The government understands the value of every paisa that comes from tax revenue. And let me make it very clear, जनता का दिया हुआ टैक्स बर्बाद नहीं हो रहा है. They are utilized for the welfare of us, from making schools to the infrastructure and utilizing them for the beneficiary schemes, and to even supporting the families of those soldiers and the frontline warriors who lost their lives to protect us. And since the opposition mentioned from birth to death about the tax, let me clarify one important fact. फ्यूनरल सर्विसेज पे कोई टैक्स नहीं है, कोई जीएसटी नहीं है. बिफोर आस्किंग एनी क्वेश्चन, मैं अपोजिशन मेंबर से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि जितना आप विवाद करते हैं कभी ढंग से जांच भी कर ले. धन्यवाद.
Honorable Gaurav, you may please ask your question to the Honorable Minister of Defence. Greetings to Honorable Madam Speaker. The world today is witnessing the conflict between Russia and Ukraine war and Israel and Hamas war, provoking the modern warfare that erupt anytime and anywhere. India has been the fourth largest military support, but still dependent on imports, and yet there are several parliamentary commitments that have repeatedly pointed out the stockpiles of long duration war scenarios. Honorable Minister, सर, जब दुनिया में हर जगह जंग की तैयारी हो रही है, तो क्या भारत सिर्फ प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस रेडीनेस पर चल रहा है या बैटलफील्ड के लिए रेडी है? Are we genuinely prepared for the two-war situation, or we are just relying on a strong speeches or a hashtags like आत्मनिर्भर भारत? क्योंकि देश की सुरक्षा आत्मनिर्भर भारत से नहीं, प्रिपेयरनेस से होती है. सरहद पर खड़े जवानों को ना स्लोगन की जरूरत है, ना गरम हवा भाषणों की. सिर्फ चाहिए तो खड़ा भारत, और एक चीज चाहिए, तैयार भारत. So, Honorable Minister, the nation wants the clarity. Is India prepared for the battlefield, or only prepared for headlines of the news?
Honorable Speaker, I appreciate the concern raised by the Honorable Deputy Minister. Let me assure this House with absolute clarity, India does not prepare for war in the moment of crisis. India prepares for it every single day. Today, our armed forces are among the most professional and battle-ready forces in the world. Through integrated theatre command, modernization of defense technology, and joint military exercises with global partners, India is constantly strengthening its operational readiness. We have demonstrated this capability through swift and precise operations such as the surgical strikes and the Balakot air strike, which reflected both strategic planning and operational efficiency. So, to the Honorable Deputy Minister's question, yes, India is fully prepared to defend its sovereignty, its people, and every inch of its territory. As we firmly believe, भारत शांति में विश्वास रखता है, लेकिन अपनी सुरक्षा के लिए पूरी तरह सक्षम और तैयार है. Thank you.
Honorable K.V. Venugopal, you may please ask your question to the Honorable Minister of Education.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, it is often told that education is the key to success, but today it seems like the key opens the door to unemployment rather than opportunities. India produces over 1 crore graduates every year, yet according to the Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, youth unemployment remains around 15 to 20%, which is significantly higher than the national average. सरकार कहती है कि युवा देश का भविष्य है, लेकिन अब ऐसा लगता है कि भविष्य को ही वेटिंग लाइन में लगा दिया गया है. So my question to the Honorable Minister is, if the education system is truly being aligned with the industrial needs, why do such large number of educated youth remain unemployed or underemployed? And what concrete steps is the government taking to ensure that education leads to
than just degrees. Because Honorable Speaker, जब युवाओं के सपने बेरोजगारी की फाइल में दबने लगते हैं, तब समस्या सिर्फ नौकरी की नहीं रहती, वो सरकार की जिम्मेदारी और नीयत दोनों पर सवाल होती है।
Honorable Madam Speaker, in response of the opposition question, I would like to answer regarding the unemployment. I think opposition love quoting about the unemployment figures, but they have forget about that India is producing a large number of opportunities than faster that they can count the votes. So coming to the main point, while CMI data reflects the youth unemployment was 15 to 20%. As per our government, where we have enacted the comprehensive measures through all the sectors, Skill India Machine and Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, where we have trained over 1.25 crore youth in industry-ready skills, and the PLI schemes attracted 1.76 lakhs crore investment, and where it has been generated 12 lakh jobs in manufacturing sector like electronics, pharma and automotive. Startup India has supported more than 1 lakh startups, creating opportunities in fintech, agritech and edutech. Through Digital India, lakhs of IT jobs have been created, while PM Gati Shakti is expanding logistics and infrastructure employment. As the grassroots MSME initiates the certain 11 crore livelihoods and PM Mudra Yojana, where it has been disbursed 27 lakh crore loans, empowering the small entrepreneurs to become job creators. This is not about just unemployment figures. It is about building a resilient workforce and ensuring India's youth lead the 21st century economy. I would like to say, Honorable Speaker, उनके पास excuses का stock है, पर हमारे पास employment का rock है. अपोजिशन के लिए यूथ एक बर्डन है, पर हमारे लिए यूथ एक भारत का ब्रांड है. रोजगार के नाम पर अपोजिशन सिर्फ शोर मचाता है, पर हम नौकरियां बनाने वाले हैं ही बीजेपी. So I would like to say that the government just do not hand out the degrees. It's about our careers, and that's why our youth are building the futures, while the opposition is still stuck in building the arguments.
Honorable Shashi Tharoor, you may please ask your question to the Honorable Law Minister.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker and respected members of this Parliament. I rise today to invoke a principle fundamental to our Republic: the citizen's right to know under Article 19, Clause 1, Subclause 1 of the Constitution. Democracy thrives not merely on elections but on transparency and informed consent. Yet, ironically, between 2018 and 2024, over 16,000 crore flowed through the electoral bond scheme, a mechanism that shredded political funding in deliberate opacity, concealing the identity of the donors. One might ask, was this transparency or a rather sophisticated architecture of secrecy? When transparency is threatened, rather than being treated as a duty, the question inevitably arises: is the government protecting the democracy or its donors? लोकतंत्र में पैसा छुपाना नहीं, हिसाब देना पड़ता है. So I ask the Honorable Minister, how did the government justify defending such institutional opacity until the Supreme Court had to intervene? And on what constitutional basis can a democracy demand trust from its citizens while denying them the right to know? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank
Thank you for the honorable member for the question. Their sudden and heartfelt concern for judiciary. It's truly touching to see such a deep affection for justice. For those who were in power, treated judicial reforms as coming soon movie trailer, but never actually released. Yes, there are pending cases in our courts. Let us remember that these cases are not new. And these are the heritage projects which are left behind by the previous government. And the opposition now speaks about the delays, justice, as a backlog mysterious appeared overnight, like unexpected guests at a wedding. Honorable Speaker, the government is not sitting idle. We are strengthening our judicial infrastructure, promoting digital courts, e-filing systems, and fast-track mechanisms to reduce dependency and ensure the quicker access. Instead of counting pending cases during debates, I invite opposition to join us in supporting meaningful reforms that will make justice delivery system faster, more transparent and more accessible every citizen. After all, Honorable Speaker, justice is not a political slogan to be shouted. It's a responsibility that requires cooperation from both the sides of the house. Thank you.
Honorable Imran Pratap, you may please ask your question to the Honorable Minister of External Affairs.
Namaste, Honorable Speaker. Now, in the presence of you and of all the esteemed members of the House, I stand here to ask a question to the Minister of External Affairs. In the recent event of a war breaking out between Iran and the United States, an Iranian naval vessel, INS Dina, which was carrying over 130 Iranian sailors, which was in the region in connection to the International Fleet Review, was bombed by the United States submarine on March 4, killing over 87 Iranian sailors and leaving the rest gravely injured. And India, as the host for the International Fleet Review, stayed silent and did not release any statements conveying their condolences to the berated family and for the injured victims.